here's my knees. Originally, I made my armor, and I was going for a World War II look on like a World War II tanker type guy. And that needs to be redone. So glue that back together. So he goes, add some color. So I'm like, okay. So I found this cool sky blue, and I went with there. As you can see, like you can tell, like I got hit. You know, a lot of wear and tear. Like, cause this is your knee, so you're gonna rub it up against the ground. This is broken a couple times. So what I did was, as you can see, this is just an old latch that I found, like an old gas mask, and that goes around my knee. I used Chicago screws in the inside to attach it together, just a little piece of leather. And this is the Velcro. And the Velcro actually corresponds with the knee part of my leg, because me and my daughter both realized if you don't have something keeping it up, you know, on your knee, it falls down, no matter how you do it. So it'll just start falling down. So we added Velcro to all of the knee pieces. So this sits flush right up against that, just like that. Okay. My hands. This is just just work gloves that I found. I printed off these little pieces here, and these will get weathered by themselves. But what I did was I spray painted everything out. Try to get so with dark colors, you want a light color first, and then build up from there. So I use like a light gray, and then like a lighter brown, darker brown, and you'll eventually just keep going from there. One thing people have problems with at conventions is being able to, touch your phone. So what I have done, because I used to be a mechanic for John Deere, so I used to cut the knuckles off of my glove so I can pick things up, typically on these three. But this allows me to pull my phone out and touch the screen, pick things up, feel things, and then you just put them back on together. I gotta sew some pieces up, but these are my hands. We'll go next with my gauntlets. So when I originally applied for the Mercs, I just had the top portion of my gauntlets, and I had leather underneath that what do you call it? Buckled together, right? They said post Empire, you can't. It has to be all one piece, right? So I redid all this. This is alter ego file, and what I did was, as you can see, you can kind of see the seam, but not really. So this already has a piece in here, like it already has a thing in here, but the other portion, it wasn't sticking together properly. So what I did is, most people already know this idea. This is a piano hinge. As you can see, like, you can kind of see the piano hinge inside, and that just keeps it together. And then when you put your gauntlet on, this is a bicycle spoke. Just goes in like that, right? You see the blue, right? That's one gauntlet. This is my other gauntlet. This was a Dinjarin top. I actually added this knife piece to it and used filament and soldered it all in there. This knife actually doesn't come out. It'd be cool if it did, but I was in a rush. So this is my gauntlet version of that. This is actually Sintra, because I couldn't print this out. Once I printed this out at a certain level, I forgot what percentage it was, so I made a Sintra piece out of 5mm Sintra. And this does the same thing. The inside, actually, it's hard to tell on this, but this is another piano hinge. But the inside, you can kind of see the leather that I had on top, right? So it was just a leather, and it went all the way around and buckled together. So rather than make a full new piece, because I was going for approval, I just took this, cut it. This actually, you can tell right there, it adds like a hinge portion. It connects the top to the bottom. And then you just, fill it up however you need to. So that's my second gauntlet. Oh, what next? We'll do my thighs. These are my thighs that I have. I have Velcro on each side. One is hook, one is the other. So that way I remember which piece goes on, which leg. And I don't know where I got this, but these were too small. And so what I ended up doing was, no, they were too large. So I'm a taller guy. So I printed these out pretty large. But when I did it, they were super long. So I cut, you can kind of see the line. I kind of cut in the inside right here and then mash it back together and made it so that way I didn't know much about Mesh Mixer that you can actually make this wider without making it longer. I didn't know that. But then you just painted it all down. You got 3 colors. You always want to, personally I like 3 different colors on your armor. It's kind of hard to see. The light in here sucks. But then I used cinnamon and pastels colors to make it so like this is dirt and grime. And then you just kind of, whether I gotta touch this up obviously. So those are my thighs. Next up, we'll just get into the actual armor itself.